Today we're diving into a serious nostalgia trip as we look at the top 10 songs of 1987. These were the tracks that ruled the charts, got stuck in our heads, and became instant classics. From rock anthems to dance floor hits, this list has it all. Let's jump right in. Starting off strong at number 10, we've got Bon Jovi's Livin' on a Prayer. Now, this song was actually released in late 1986, but it completely took over in 1987. It was written by John Bon Jovi, Richie Sambora, and Desmond Child, and tells the story of Tommy and Gina, two working-class lovers just trying to make it through. This anthem gave us one of the most legendary key changes in rock history. And let's be real, no one can resist belting out. Fun fact, Bon Jovi initially wasn't sold on the song, but Richie Sambora convinced him to record it. Safe to say, he made the right call. Coming in at number 9 is Bob Seger's Shakedown. Now, this one was the main theme for Beverly Hills Cop 2 and was originally supposed to be sung by Glenn Frey of the Eagles, but he lost his voice, and Seger stepped in last minute. The result? A high-energy, synth-heavy rock song that became Seger's first and only #1 hit on the Billboard Hot 100. Crazy, right? At number 8, we've got The Way It Is by Bruce Hornsby and The Range. This song isn't just catchy, it's deep. Hornsby wrote it about social injustice and civil rights in America, and it resonated with a lot of people. Plus, those piano riffs, absolutely iconic. Fun fact, Tupac Shakur later sampled this song for his track Changes, bringing it to a whole new generation. That's just the way it is. I don't know where I'm going. At number 7, we've got the ultimate power ballad, Here I Go Again by Whitesnake. Originally released in 1982, they re-recorded it in 1987 with a slicker production, and boom, it became their biggest hit. Just another heart in need of rescue. And let's not forget the music video, with Tawny Kitaen rolling around on a Jaguar. That became one of the most iconic visuals of the 80s. Here I go again on my own. Fun fact, the original version had a line that said, "Like a hobo, I was born to walk alone." But in the 1987 version, they changed it to "Like a drifter," because they thought hobo sounded too much like homo. Different times. At number 6, we've got C'est la Vie by Robbie Nevil. This funky pop hit was all about rolling with life's ups and downs, and it had an insanely catchy groove. Robbie Nevil started out as a songwriter for other artists before stepping into the spotlight himself. C'est la Vie was his biggest hit, and even though he didn't have a ton of mainstream success afterward, this song still gets people moving today. All right, before we get to the top 5, take a second to comment below. What was your favorite song from 1987? And do you think anyone is missing from this list? Also, if you were part of the class of '87, shout out your year in the comments. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe. You guys are the best, and I appreciate all the support. Kicking off our top 5 is Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now by Starship. This song was written for the Mannequin movie soundtrack, and fun fact, it was inspired by songwriter Diane Warren, seeing her dad get remarried after years of being a widower. Jefferson Starship had already reinvented themselves as Starship by this time, and this power ballad was their last huge hit. Also, it made Grace Slick the oldest woman at the time to have a #1 hit. She was 47. At number 4, we've got one of the greatest dance pop songs ever, Whitney Houston's I Wanna Dance With Somebody. This song was written by the same team that gave her How Will I Know? And even though Whitney initially thought it sounded too country, yeah, seriously, she made it into the ultimate feel-good anthem. This track was everywhere in '87, and honestly, it's still a must-play at any party today. At number 3, we have Gregory Abbott's smooth R&B jam, Shake You Down.
Girl, I've been watching you.
Abbott was a newcomer when he dropped this song, and boom, it became a #1 hit.
And what it's telling me.
The song is peak '80s romance, and it helped shape the quiet storm genre. And get this, Abbott was actually an English professor before becoming a singer. Talk about a career switch.
Let me ease your mind, oh babe.
Coming in at number 2, we've got Alone by Heart.
I wonder where you are tonight. No answer.
This song was originally recorded by another band in 1983, but when Heart got a hold of it, they turned it into an absolute powerhouse ballad. Ann Wilson's vocals? Chills. This track is still one of the best heartbreak songs of all time. And at number 1, the biggest song of 1987, Walk Like an Egyptian by the Bangles. This song was actually offered to Toni Basil first, yep, the Mickey singer, but she turned it down. The Bangles took it, and it became their first #1 hit.
Walk like an Egyptian.
The mix of rock, pop, and that quirky beat made it a total earworm. And let's not forget that unforgettable music video and the dance moves it inspired. And that's a wrap on the top 10 songs of 1987. These tracks defined an era of great melodies and unforgettable hits. Their impact on music still resonates today, proving that 1987 was truly an amazing year.
That's just the way it is.